Ladies, have you ever found yourself changing who you are or sacrificing your own happiness? Just to please a woman, you're not alone. Many men find themselves in this scenario, mistakenly believing that it's the key to harmony and affection. But what if I told you there's ancient wisdom dating back thousands of years that suggests a different approach? Yes, I'm talking about Stoicism today. Let's dive deep into the heart of Stoic philosophy and uncover 6 principles. You should never compromise for women or anyone else for that matter. This isn't about playing the blame game or suggesting you shouldn't care about the women in your life on the contrary. It's about understanding how to care in a way that's healthy, respectful, and ultimately more fulfilling. You've canceled plans you were excited about because she hinted she wanted to do something else. You've twisted your values to match hers, even when it felt wrong, or maybe you've lost touch with friends because she didn't like these scenarios. Don't lead to the healthy, balanced relationships we crave. Instead, they pave a one-way street to resentment and loss of self-fear. Fear, not for Stoicism, offers a guiding light. Let's explore how to navigate the complexities of relationships without losing yourself in the process. Ready? Let's embark on this journey together. Not sacrificing your personal freedom. It's alarmingly easy to compromise your personal freedom. Stoicism reminds us to maintain our autonomy and not lose ourselves entirely in the pursuit of someone else's happiness. Historicism posits that we can control our own thoughts, but not external events or others' actions. Understand that you can't control someone else's feelings or choices, only your reactions. Stoic virtue, courage, justice. Stoicism reminds us to fulfill our responsibilities in relationships without sacrificing our core values, balance, caring for other, and temperance as the greatest goods. Apply these virtues in your interactions, treating others kindly, fairly, and respectably. Stoicism, maintaining inner peace and balance in relationships. This means handling disagreements, disappointments, and highs and lows with equanimity. Stoic incarnation, using reason, understand others, resolve conflicts, and make thoughtful decisions. Don't twist your values to fit someone else's. Instead, seek harmony through reason to fulfill your relational duties. With caring for yourself. Let's remember, maintain their individuality while supporting each other. Stoicism provides practical wisdom for achieving this delicate balance by compromising our autonomy. Where we cancel plans we were eagerly anticipating, suppress our interests, or even alter our viewpoints to align with someone else's expectations. It may feel like love, but is it truly hystericism? Invites us to question these sacrifices. Are we giving up our personal freedom for affection, or are we nurturing a relationship where both individuals can flourish independently? Since your integrity, and freedom are priceless. They form the very essence of your being. When you trade them for someone's approval, you're not merely losing a part of yourself, you're also setting a precedent for an unsustainable and unhealthy relationship. According to Stoicism, relationships should not be about losing oneself, rather, they should be about mutual growth, respect, and understanding, all grounded in the freedom to be oneself. And so before you bend your will, pause and reflect. Are you acting out of love and respect, or are you sacrificing your autonomy out of fear and the need for approval? Remember that a relationship built on mutual respect for each other's freedom and individuality isn't just strong, it's enduring. But let's not trade our priceless freedom for fleeting approval. Instead, let's strive for relationships that honor and celebrate our autonomy, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Let's explore another aspect, neglecting your personal growth. Imagine you're on a path, the path winding through a dense forest of life's demands and expectations. Each step forward represents a choice. Imagine constantly stepping off your path, diverting from your journey towards self-improvement, wisdom, and ultimately virtue. Instead, you tread someone else's path, prioritizing their needs and goals above your own. It's not merely a detour, it's a deviation from your personal growth. Epic teachers would argue that this behavior for reason and neglects our personal development in the context of relationships, especially those where we overly invest in pleasing a partner. It's compromising your own development, or consistently prioritizing someone else's needs over your own. Not only hinders your progress, but also leads to a loss of state. The Stoics didn't advocate self-improvement as a selfish pursuit. Instead, they saw it as a way to become better humans for ourselves and those around us. By neglecting our personal growth, we not only stall on our path, but also deprive our partners of the best version of ourselves. After all, how can we genuinely contribute to others' happiness and well-being if we're not cultivating our own virtue and wisdom? Epic teachings remind us, improvement and wisdom isn't a solitary pursuit. It enriches our interactions and relationships. It's about striking a balance, being supportive and caring without sacrificing our own growth at the altar of someone else's needs. Now let's explore another aspect, suppressing your emotions. Imagine holding a beach ball underwater. The more you push it down, the more forcefully it'll pop back up, often in unexpected ways. Similarly, when we suppress our emotions for the sake of maintaining peace in a relationship, we're not resolving anything, we're merely postponing the inevitable explosion of feelings. This is not the Stoic way. Stoics advocate for a healthy relationship with our emotions, one where we acknowledge, understand, and manage them, not one where we deny their existence. Suppressing or ignoring your emotional needs for the sake of a relationship is not just unhealthy, it's unsustainable. It leads to a buildup of resentment, misunderstandings, and ultimately, a disconnection from not only your partner but also from yourself. The Stoic approach is to face our emotions head-on, examine them with reason, and express them in a constructive manner. It's about finding the balance between emotion and reason, ensuring that neither is given unchecked rein. Communication. Being honest with yourself and communicating your feelings openly are not signs of weakness, but of strength and self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations emphasized the importance of self-reflection and honesty in all aspects of life, including our emotional world here. Now let's explore losing your independence. Imagine a tree. It may hurt you. Ask to engage in something that clashes with your core beliefs or values. Perhaps it's sacrificing your personal freedom, suppressing your emotions, or compromising your independence, all to please someone else. But Seneca's wisdom invites us to pause and reflect. We act like a tree toward the sun, enjoy the benefits of rain, and even support other life forms. Yet our growth, strength, and survival depend on our roots, the nourishment drawn from within the soil. Similarly, when we tether our happiness or self-worth to someone else, we become like that tree, relying on an external source for stability. But what happens when that source wavers? We risk toppling over. Its cultivating is not about isolating ourselves or severing emotional connections. Instead, it's about building a foundation so strong within ourselves that our relationships become sources of joy and growth rather than crush it. It means engaging deeply with our interests, pursuing our goals, and cultivating a resilient sense of self in the face of life's inevitable changes and challenges. But finding is a journey, one that requires introspection, honesty, and sometimes the courage to face our own shadows. It's about acknowledging our desires, fears, and dreams. While others can complement our journey, they cannot be our sole path to fulfillment. This internal contentment becomes a wellspring of strength for ourselves and our relationships. So when faced with your core beliefs to please someone else, to consider Seneca's counsel. Committing to authenticity and self-respect ensures that our relationships thrive, not at the expense of our independence but in harmony with it. Don't compromise or ethics. Stoicism teaches us the value of living in alignment with our own nature, acknowledging and respecting our likes, dislikes, values. And when we deviate from this path for the sake of someone else's happiness, we not only lose our authenticity but also weaken the foundation of trust and respect. In other words, Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, eloquently spoke of the inner fortress that each person must build and defend. This metaphor represents our core self-principles and virtues. To compromise these for fleeting affection or to avoid conflict is akin to leaving the gates of our fortress and go through. Enduring connections are not forged through self-betrayal, but through mutual respect and understanding of each other's authentic selves. It's about finding common ground while standing firmly in our own truth. Yes, the Stoic, it emphasizes profound self-awareness and integrity. It encourages us to ask, is this action in harmony with my true self? Does it align with my virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance? When the answer is no, it's a signal to pause and reflect. It serves as a reminder that love and respect, both for ourselves and from others, thrive in the light of authenticity, not in the shadows of compromise and conformity. So before committing to something solely to please another, consider the wisdom of stereotype cats, and the counsel to honor our essence advises us to prioritize self-respect over selfishness. It encourages building relationships where both individuals can be their best and truest selves. This approach doesn't diminish the love shared. Instead, it deepens the bond. It's not just about the pleasure of the moment, but also the joy of a shared journey toward growth and understanding. Let's imagine you're as. A voyage passion acts as the wind in your sails, propelling you forward with exhilaration and speed. However, without the rudder of reason to guide you, that same wind could lead you crashing into the rocks. Though it's like Epicurus thought that we shouldn't be slaves to our impulses, but rather masters of them, wisdom and foresight steer our lives, allowing us to understand and align our desires with deeper values and goals. In passionate relationships, emotions often dictate actions, leading to compromises that conflict with core beliefs or the dismissal of red flags. Here lies the wisdom of the Stoics. Reason should be the lens through which we examine our feelings. Our actions in relationships should not merely react to fleeting emotions, but be deliberate choices made with clarity and foresight. This Stoic principle applies not only to conflicts and major decisions, but also to the daily choices we make, emphasizing open communication over reactive responses. Approaching moments defensively allows us to exhibit patience instead of frustration. Seeking understanding before making assumptions, guided by reason, cultivates a relationship that is not only passionate, but also resilient. Respect. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more philosophical guidance and personal growth strategies. Don't forget to comment below with your thoughts or experiences related to Stoicism and relationships. Until next time, stay virtuous, bending over backwards in the throes of passion or the desire to please. Actions and responses. Stoics emphasize virtues like wisdom, teaches us to manage our emotional responses. Stoics encourage living rationally. Healthy relationships thrive when both partners can lead us down a path to fit into someone else's world. Misuses our capacity that the focus on self. Your feelings is a cornerstone of this philosophy. Another aspect we may lean independence, contentment within. Compromising your aspirations approach isn't one of rigidity. Relationship